And ladies and gentlemen, we have slogged our way through the quarterfinals rounds, and I can now report to you we have all four of our semi-finalists. So the results of the last two games, Out of Position squad went through into their semi-final against Encore, and Curso able to take out the third placed team of Complex from Division 2, going into that semi-final as well. But the game that we're about to watch, the final game, me and Coffee will be bringing to you today. Food for Frobius versus Mold Level Fooling. We have our map bans in already, as we have seen. Food for Frobius taking out Braxis and Towers of Doom, whereas Mold Level Fooling removed Cursed Hollow and Inferno and Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple, bringing us into this first map on Infernal Shrines.
Picking up right where we left off, and hopefully the game is roughly as long. And well, what do we have to expect from kind of Mold Level Fooling?
That is a very, very good question. Mold Level Fooling are, I believe, several players from the team that won this tournament last time. They were called Mold Level Rising when they did it. Raising when they did it. Mold Level Raising. I am very good at reading. But it looks like they have had a couple of roster swaps since then. And of course, when they ran through and won the tournament last time, they had Fiziev on their team, who is now staring them down from the other side, looking to take his boys in Food for Frobius all the way through to this final Coffee.
But he won't be doing it with Medivh, since that hero is stuck on the bench and will not be played, which makes me very happy because he stops people dying, which makes the games go longer.
He does stop people dying, and that does make the games go longer. But this first Infernal Shrines game also going to be without Sonic's Anna. Absolute beast on that hero is Sonic, and so nice to see that one removed, and we are going to see a ban onto that Sylvanas again in Food for Frobius not wanting to play into the Sylvanas today.
Welcome to the stream, Josh. I hope you enjoyed casting your 2 3-game series, as now we're probably going to have a third game on going to all 3 games right now. As there will be the Stukov once again taken away from Jam.
And will we see Sonny now on that ETC? Now the spell is broken. Will she still be willing to bring it out? She will in that first pick slot. She is ready to dominate with the cow. And the instant Johanna Diva response, we're not hanging around in this draft, Coffee.
Quick draft's a good draft, and it seems that these teams know exactly what they want to bring out. Diva for control over the objective with a self-destruct, and Johanna just generally good against the ETC picks that we are seeing here from Sonny. Not quite 100%, so I'm not going to exclamation mark bet A all at the moment, as Rexar and Greymane have been selected now.
And they have to remember, we have already seen that Rexstar flexed into the 4-man played by Fiziev, so that isn't necessarily Hats off lane, and we could see a change up depending on what Food for Frobius want to bring out here. But that Greymane on Sidonian, such a powerful pick for them as well, Coffee.
Zarya banned away, so maybe they know something we don't, but that wasn't really who I was expecting to see picked up by Food for Frobius. It's not going to be taken now, and it will be Tracer banned away. Again, I'm not too familiar with Mold Level Fooling, but they won't be playing Tracer this game, I suppose.
Does look like Tracer is going to be removed. And so what are we going to see coming out for the damage on the red team? How are they going to try and answer this Misha ETC frontline? And it's Hanzo coming out first for Happy Clapped, looking to get those big arrows out, comboing with that shield, and Rhaegar getting that cleanse up very early. Nice to have the support with the cleanse now that the medallions are gone, Coffee.
Veigar does bring the cleanse, but what else does he bring? The hero has been nerfed quite a bit due to his previous dominance, and now really doesn't offer too much other than that cleanse. So here's hoping that is all they need in order to survive, as Brightwing and Falstad will be selected. It's not going to be the Rexar in the 4-man by the looks of things.
No,
And we have 2 globals from Food for Phobius.
that double global play, seeing that Brightwing come out again for Jam, but Fazeev on his Falstad. So good at finding those gust angles, setting up those plays for his teams, and it's a very nice answer for that Diva bomb as well. But final pick is going to be Gul'dan coming out here, looking to follow up these gauges maybe with some Horrifies and getting that big damage out in the AoE on top of those Hanzo arrows, Coffee.
We will see. They definitely have a large amount of crowd control they can throw over to Food for Phobius. Luckily though, Brightwing is the support of choice for Jam, so Soothing Mist may get a large amount of value this game, and we will see what's able to happen. I am a big fan of Vexas, so I'm gonna go ahead and support the boys we've already seen on stream, Food for Phobius. We will see though. It is very possible that the Wombo combo highlight reel comes out from Mold level falling.
Some very strong synergy between their ultimates there. If they can pull that off, if they can remember to bind their R keys, push those buttons at the right moment, some very nice potential damage coming through. And unless Jam's Soothing Mists are absolutely on point, it's going to be very hard for their team to play around those.
And we are just about to get into game number 1. There we are. On the blue team is the team we've already seen on the stream, Food for Frobius. Jam will be playing Brightwing. It will be Sonny playing that almost 100% ETC. Fazeev playing Falstad. Hat playing Rexar. And Sidonium playing the Greymane.
And on the red side, the defending champions coming into this semi-final, looking to keep the stake to being the best team in all of Divisions 2 and 3. Bold level falling with Johanna being played by Gabriel, promotion on the Diva, the dude is playing Gul'dan, Sonic on the Rhaegar, and Happy Clapped is the Hanzo.
And that's not any Gul'dan, that's a suck build Gul'dan coming out here for the dude. And they're quite a bit of damage here actually, so going to have to run away, get to drain on the backup though. We will see whether W Gul'dan has the impact it needs. Not a particular fan of it, but it's a pretty fun build to see nonetheless.
I mean, that new level 7 with the slow and the damage is so impactful if you can get those channels off, that drain off uncontested, but it does lack the AoE damage that traditional Gul'dan builds can bring out, so interesting to see what that value that's going to net for them, Coffee. And Diva, a little bit of a switch up here, not going for that more standard bonus health, bonus healing from her autos on level 1, instead picking up the liquid cooling here.
Liquid cooling going to help a lot in the 1v1 because Rexar's a little bit of a bully, not much that Diva can do about it, so perhaps that's the reasoning behind it, but for sure you normally see the full metal come out these days from our Diva players.
Indeed you do. Hanzo also going to be going into that Q build instead of the slightly more popular W hybrids with the autos, depending on your map and your opponents. So interesting to see what damage he's going to get out with that.
And, well, we will see what happens. The bomb camp goes over to the side of Food for Phobius, so some things never change. They're still trying to get every siege camp they possibly can, but weren't quite able to invade the molds. Siege Camp just yet. Maybe they'll do that later on, though, as we have a Dream Shot from Right Wing going into the Q build this game by the looks of things.
At least on level 4, picking up that Q talent, getting that bonus range in the CDR when you can land them, Coffee. Very nice talent. Allows you to get those bonus healing pulses off as well when you hit that center. That means that you can actually put out quite a lot of damage if you can consistently land those shots.
We'll see if that is able to happen. First objective in the bottom side. Both teams are doing the top camps. We see that. Okay, no, never mind. But we're not going to delay the capture any longer. Just going to walk on down. There is the Hunter going for the Q-Quest, as you mentioned, just for a bit of update on it. Needs right wing and grey main hits to get the additional range.
So, getting very close to completing that Q-Quest, but it looks like the position will initially be taken on this shrine by Food for Frobius. Mold level slightly forced off. Diva's very close to having her bomb though, and these points are going over to both sides in equal measure. Sonic trying to find that engage onto the Johanna. Won't be able to go down though, still got that Iron Skin up, and now Mold level Falling have managed to take position, and they have definitely got the superior shrine game comp. So looks like first objective should be going over to the red side here, Coffee.
Self-destruct can come out any second now, just to, yeah, oh, beautiful placement. Jam going to just run back to the gate. They do actually find the Diva kill, but this will be the first objective going over to Mold level Falling. They also find themselves a Johanna kill, so nice attempt to turn it around by Frobius, and they do have the enormous push in the top lane as well, and Diva's dead, can't reach it for some time, so this will do quite a bit of damage to the top wall.
Nicely done there. Mold level Falling with slightly more weight, but able to take that punish, but Food for Frobius getting those kills, being able to take down the baby Diva and the Johanna, are going to let themselves a nice bit of advantage in the top lane whilst losing that wall in the bottom side, and crucially that half-level XP lead as they look, Coffee, in a shock to this series to try and invade their opponent's siege camp. Who could have predicted this? It doesn't look like it's going to be successful though, as Nisha didn't get the memo. He didn't get the jump he wanted, but Sonic can't find the slide, unfortunately. Now Sidonian might be caught out here. He's falling very low, but he wants to trade into the Gul'dan, and Gul'dan will go down first. Nicely done there by the Greymane. Another kill going over to Food for Frobius that will allow them to pick up this bottom shrine.
Well, they have managed to find themselves one of the contestable siege camps at least, so we'll once again find this bottom camp. 2.5 kills to 0 at the moment, including the baby Diva from earlier, and well, things are going quite nicely, just under a level lead for the blue team at the moment, and with that they will likely get themselves a bit of a push. I think they'll look to do in the mid lane when they have their camp advantage as well. Can see what ends up happening though. Heroics are basically as expected though.
Not seeing any stage dive action coming out, and unfortunately for Zeev, not able to pick that Hinterlands Blast, the old shock and awe that got reworked so long ago, into a slightly more flavorful name. But
Zeev looks like he wants to proxy a well. Oh, Gust actually onto the Falstad, but just going to jump the wall. Promotion not able to get the self-destruct off. Look at Calling on time. Either a huge Hunter Hammer, stop everything, subdue, finish. So Johanna the real winner from all of this, and now Sonny trying to look it up. The blink heal is good, so we'll survive for now. Rhaegar getting turned on. The bunny hop. Not really able to do too much, but the Horrify on Greymane gets that kill. Misha now making a bit of a run for it. Yeah, we are bunny hop.
yeah, that is bunny hop. Yep.
I don't know what else to say. It's bunny hop. It didn't do anything.
Maybe looking for the unstoppable to deny Gust place.
Possibly.
The best outcome for you.
Well, that gust play didn't really do too much because it just sent Hanzo over to the wall. So he said, "Thank you very much. I'm just gonna have a little bit of a jump over that one."
Yes, indeed, it did. But now, that kill coming out, giving a little bit of XP for the blue team, the red team. But Food for Frobius still have the lead. They're all up in time for Shrine, so they're ready to contest this. As Brightwing just getting a little bit more off-soak while she's not needed. But Slide and Bullet coming out onto Johanna. She falling very low here. That Iron Skin will be enough to keep her safe. And now Promotions Diva just doing a little run by, seeing if there's anything to pick up. But so much wave clear on the poke from the red team means that even with Shrine conditions, only 15 skulls to 11. Arrow comes out, hits the hat. We're bunny hopping in the backline here, Diva. The stun's coming through, but Bear will be the first to fall, and Diva's gonna pop before that bomb can go down. Fizzy falling really low into cooldown, but it won't be enough. The Hanzo jumps in, but there's a barrel roll out there by the Falstad, and the blue team are gonna be able to back out, but they are gonna have to give position on the Shrine, so another fight going the favor of old level falling Coffee.
So, looking for the cooldown, but the Horrify's good. Vincestra comes in to keep him alive, and now self-destruct. They're trying to fight into it. This might not end well for you, but they really want to kill the dude, and they will manage to do so. And Happy Cap's able to use that very questionable agility of Falstad in order to Hanzo in order to survive for the time being. The event went down anyway. Now this Punisher is on the loose, and we're still having a little bit of a bull here. Saladin
comes up, and the gust will be needed.
Yep, so
Nicely done there.
Now. It's just for 2 DPS here, though. Neither of them really. Oh no! Oh, rooted up by the Punisher. That's a little embarrassing.
You hate to see those. Fizzy there. That was Fizzy Fulstad, the Frobius player there. In case anyone isn't sure who we're talking about, getting caught by that Punisher jump, and then unfortunately rooted and taken down by the John Cena player piece. But the XP lead still favoring Food for Frobius here, and they are just one fight away, you feel, from being able to really turn this game on its head, Coffee.
Well, that would certainly speed up the rate that the series is going if they're able to find decisive leads, but for the moment it's still a 3/4 of our XP lead for Food for Frobius. Now we are once again invading siege camps. Hanzo Arrow will be used. The bunny hop does actually get used to tank the gust, but then walking off a point for a bit. Looks like this fight is very much going the way of the blue team, and they will be able to get for a big win for siege camp.
Once again, fighting for the important objectives here, Coffee. The blue team just able to walk away with the Khazras in that siege camp. Going to be able to push down this mid lane a little bit, but that level XP lead is ever so slightly growing, if anything, here, Coffee. The blue team going to have 16 first, and so can the red team find a fight before that, or what can the blue team do once they get there? It looks like they're going to try and get a trap in this bottom side, and Misha's going to find Johanna here. The dude may be a little bit deep here to check, and there's going to need to be a cleanse coming out from Rhaegar for him to survive this.
The dude will survive for the time being. As I said, Kaz was going to push down the middle lane to get themselves one of those turrets, and now everyone just backing out, and looks like there won't be a fight before 16, so could rest easy if you are a Food for Frobius fan. Try saying that 3 times fast. As
if you will.
The next objective is in the bottom lane, both wells up, so no obvious advantage in that regard, but well, level 16 about to be reached by our blue team, so that should be quite nice for them, I suppose.
And some frankly fanatical Food for Frobius fans in the chat, Coffee, absolutely cheering this team on with their level 16 advantage. It looks like they're going to go down and try and cheese this bottom well with the Brightwing. Look at Jam go. Magic Spit, not the most damage coming out there, although I guess this is really a dream shot game. But that is the well taken down, and now with this 16 advantage, what fight can they find for themselves, Coffee?
They can find themselves by the looks of things Punisher in the bottom lane. Now, there will be level 16 in time for the side of mold level fooling, so they don't have to completely give this one up right away, but it might be a bit difficult for them. Now, Falstad is clearing out the top lane, so numbers advantage for mold at the moment.
Looks like they are going to get this position on the shrine. Already the skulls are going over in favor of them. But Sonny on this ETC just looking for an angle where she can find it. And they get onto Johanna. So much damage comes out. The Ancestral is forced, but only Kerr's Bullet traded out for that. And now the blue team, what are they going to be able to find? Rhaegar having to use his buttons very early in this team fight.
Promotion has the self-destruct ready, so they might just force the issue on the objective. Gust will be used to keep Sonny alive, as now food for Frobius looking to get up again. Hunter arrow lands onto the ETC, but nothing really comes of it, as the team is still posturing. Now making their way back in are the side of mold. Bunny hop onto the ETC, and the self-destruct dropped in the middle of the entire team. This will get so many objective points for the side of mold, and they will find themselves a Punisher. Gabriel going to fall, and it looks like the dude is on the run, going to get stunned. Clayton comes out to tank the mosh pit. Really nicely done by 007 Sonic. And Hat trying to leave. The Punisher will have another jump soon enough. Curse of Exhaustion, not quite enough, and it will just be the one kill.
But D.Va instantly popped here from this slide, and now Promotion, can she dive out? Looks like she can, but Sid wants her, and that is going to be another kill for the red team. Boars are chasing, but Maud level are out, and this Punisher is going to go down now. Once again, though, Food for Frobius winning the fights, but just not in time to claim these objectives, Coffee.
Because they are winning these fights still, they are holding on to the XP lead despite dropping the objectives, and so we're looking at just about 1.5 levels for them now, as goodbye Midwell didn't stand a chance. And it's going to be getting around to the level 20s soon enough. We have a bit of an interesting town here. It is Thrill of the Hunt from Rexar, not going for a feigned death we so commonly see.
I guess not too afraid of Big Burst coming. He thinks he can position quite safely into the Hanzo and the Gul'dan. Not a lot of dive there, and instead wanting to have that move speed so that he can make sure he's always in position, and Misha can really chase people down for those stuns. Big engage though, coming out onto Sonny here. Shield is used, the arrow goes through as well, but she will be just fine. Greymane on the other hand though, really far in the backline. Gus comes out from Fadiv, and now this fight is so bizarre, but Hat looks like he's been caught out, and ironically might have been the way to save this, but now the blue team, can they get out of this with only using one member? It looks like they will be able to just walk it back here. Oh, such a bizarre fight there that Mold level falling able to pick a kill up from.
Looked a little bit strange, but that was indeed a time where I think we wish I'd played FS. Hold on a second.
Was there a Gul'dan there, Coffee? I thought there was a Gul'dan there.
The dude is not there by the looks of things. Away from the Rhaegar for a second. No cleanse in sight. Sonny goes straight on for that kill. And with that should be a pretty easy road to level 20 for the side of Frobius. Objective in the top lane, and maybe we see Falstad go and rat out the well once again.
Looks like Food for Frobius with their 20s
on the move. Looks like they want to, well,
so they're going to invade this enemy siege camp. They're going to take these bruisers even. Invade the bruisers when the sieges aren't up. The Food for Frobius playbook has worked almost to a treat. 4 of the 5 camps on the game right now are blue. Everyone knows Exodia rules. If you cap all of the camps on a map at any one point, the game instantly ends, right, Coffee? That's how it works?
I'd like if that were the case. As mentioned before, we're going to be getting rid of that well, so level 20 advantage and the well for Frobius, so things looking pretty good for them to finally pick themselves up a Punisher at this point as they're marching their way onto the fort, and Misha taking a lot of damage, but will survive for now. We will see though. Level 20s are not really going to be in time, so it's just going to be mounting the defense.
I'd quite like to see the red team just back out of here. They don't really need to fight here, and they don't have 20s, but if Frobius can find picks here, this Punisher will end the game. Looks like they want to try and find an engage with this Hanzo arrow, whilst Diva off-soaks though don't want to give up their fort for free. You want to force Futa Frobius to stay on that point as they look for the level 20, and it's going to come in with this bottom wave for Diva, so should be up with 20 for the defense. Are going to have to give up this fort, I think, though, as looks like Futa Frobius are gonna try and step up and take this before the Punisher even gets there, but still a bit of pushing out from Diva is going to trade that for the bottom fort for Frobius. So just this Punisher to worry about right now. 4 mold level falling. How are they going to deal with this? Johanna easily in position to tank this jump.
Well, they could have tanked the jump with this demonic circle that we have from Gul'dan, just to get out of jail free card in case the Rhaegar's not around once again, I suppose. Which means we are giving up the very nice Horrify upgrade though, so we'll see if able to get any value from the demonic circle.
Looks like this Punisher is going to be cleaned up very effectively here. The fort only starting to drop now, so although Frobius might be able to confirm it, they aren't going to be able to get much more at all. In fact, not even going to be able to confirm it. Have a little look here at Fazeev. He's been on this flank for quite a while here. He's looking to find this wind tunnel. A mod level falling. I think they've gone too far. Here it is. They're all pushed into the backline. The mosh pit comes through, but Johanna with the instant interrupt. And now the fight breaks out. Diva with that bomb coming down, but she might just pop here. Oh, Rexar can't quite find that kill with the bear, and the bear is the first casualty of this fight. Coffee, the chase is on now as Diva able to get in position here, but the polymorph coming through. She's gonna have to pop her liquid cooling in order to stay up, and Sonny is dropping very low now. No more mosh, no more blink, but that level 13 is getting mosh very close to being ready as Hap does just about survive, and the mech goes down, but Sonny so low here. Is she able to walk it out? No, the Hanzo Q picks her off, and once again, mold level falling, able to take kills in these scrappy fights.
Very nearly went the other way. Diva, I saw 21, I believe, health. I was just trying to get into the mech. One more attack from Misha would have done it, but not quite able to do so. And is the first major fight win of the game for mold level falling, who now they have a nice waves push up in the middle and bottom, so they should be able to establish map control now. They can be the ones stealing away all of these pesky camps now and set themselves up for a good chance on the next objective.
Definitely picked a good moment for it, this fight win, didn't they, Coffee? As level 20s come in, Futa Frobius have their first real pressure of the game, and mold level able to just shut that down as soon as they hit their 20s. Very nicely done by them, burning down that Punisher and then carrying that team fight. Well done indeed.
Yep, so looks like we're going to have an Exodia attempt by Mold now. Got the 3 camps on the bomb side. Looking like they might make their way to boosters. No, just going to clear out the waves, so have to wait for the next respawn of the camps, I suppose.
Yeah, very difficult to try and engage into Falstad when this camp is here, because this little triangle, he can get so many good wind tunnel angles that can really make those fights difficult for you if you get caught up in them. But now, Shrine's coming up, waves push slightly against Frobius, but we do have Brightwing, so it should be okay for them. All of our ultimate abilities are up. Everything is ready. What are we going to see coming out here at level 20 for this fight over the Shrine?
It is not, unfortunately, the Infinite Bunny Hop, as fun as that would have been.
That is true.
Because we do have Amulet Armor taken by Diva, and we are just going to have a 5v5 face roll into each other by the looks of things.
No fancy tricks, no interesting flanks, just 5 men chucking their faces at the other 5. who has the numbers, who's going to find the angle, the slight advantage, and it looks like cleanse is going to be required, so Johanna can Iron Skin out of this one. Arrow used as well, so cooldown's burnt from mold, but nothing other than bullets so far from Food for Frobius as Divas is going to get popped there, and now the shield in return. The Horrify comes out, but it looks like it's going to be okay for the Misha. At least she gets cleansed. And now the wind tunnel is huge. Hanzo tries to jump through it, but he can't. Sonny with the slide and the mosh. The second kill goes on to Hanzo, the third onto Rhaegar, and they can just run through the top side now and take map number 1, Coffee.
Very well done by Frobius. The dude survives thanks to the demonic circle, but I don't think it really matters, as there are 6 very angry members of the Food for Frobius team making their way onto the core, and well, they're trying, but I don't see a way that this ends poorly for them. And game number 1 going to go to Food for Frobius. GG.
GG indeed. A beautiful Gus finally finding that angle after they managed to get that first pick off in the fight, able to close out the game. And Food for Frobius going to be bringing us into map 2, giving themselves that slight lead.
Absolutely, they're 1 win away from making it to the finals. So now if you're mold, you have to wonder, did you win the last season, or was it Fazeev who won it for you? Because now on a new team looking to make his way to the finals once again. So question is, what do mold want to go for now? Do they have a specific map they want to play, or do they just want to try and first pick a strong hero for themselves?
It's been very interesting to find out. There's a lot of strong maps that Food for Frobius can take you to, and so it's always scary trying to pick up that first pick against them. But even if you do take first map pick and win your map, they're still going to have the opportunity to take a map they want to play in this series. So maybe it's better to just take that first pick, play the map that they want, and win it now. I don't know. Yeah. It's not an avoidable fate, is I guess what I'm looking for. And it looks like we do have our map pick coming through, Coffee.
We will be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen by the looks of things, and this was selected by Food for Frobius. So the decision was indeed just get the first pick, just get us something strong that we can work with.
It was indeed. And Tomb of the Spider Queen, not a map we've seen so far today. Very tight rotations, very much has the opportunity to snowball, but, you know, games with method back in the HGC days, games that we can remember, 3 keeps down on either side, 30 minutes, Coffee, it's not out of the question.
Unfortunately. Looks like we are speeding up outside of the games, though. Already got the map, of course, and everyone's in the lobby, so should be able to get right underway. Can maybe get the stun before 6 o'clock. Would be absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it's the bar. Can we finish this series?
I can see the lights. I can see the lights starting to appear outside.
Oh.
And so we are into Tomb of Spider Queen. It is mold level falling with the first pick.
I feel like we have to comment on how close the betting has been between these two games. Food for Frobius walking away with game 1 with just over 50% of the bets and just under 50% of the total pot. Such a close power level between these two teams. So difficult to separate them, even for the GMs in Twitch chat, not able to predict the outcome. It's been a lot of words in a row, Coffee. Some of them aren't going to be the ones I was looking for, but Anna Medivh, the banner rotations, not a lot changes as we move into game number 2.
And another team has decided that Faziv's Falstad is too strong for food for Frobius to have, and that will be banned away. Carlos.
How are you even sitting on that one, Harris? But first pick, Stukov. A strong pickup for Sonic and a strong deny into Jam. They do not want to play into that Stukov. Gonna take it away. No 3-man roots for the Yam Panda coming out in this game. What response are we gonna see coming out for the Frobes?
Well, ETC is once again increasing in win rate, but it will be Johanna as the tank of choice. Sidonion going right back to Greyman after pretty good showing in the last one, able to get some nice blow-ups onto the dudes. And the question is, what are we going to see now? Cassia is available if you want to, but the dude once again wants to play Gul'dan.
ETC Gul'dan Stukov. There's definitely some potential for that early game pressure coming up from the blue side, from the red side, but the Johanna very strong into these early game pressure comps. Very difficult to pick up and get some nice safe wave clears. So interesting to see what these early rotations are going to look like, and also what are we going to see Fazeev pick up to try and be that X factor in this game? The Medivh and the Falstad are already gone, but of course, you can still see him on heroes like the Zeratul or that 4-man Rexar, maybe the 4-man Deathwing, or maybe even the Frobius Coffee.
Oh, that would be quite a treat, wouldn't it, if we saw Team Frobius pick Probius? But the question is, what crazy tool do you want to see get banned away by the side of Mold? The answer is Bite Ring, apparently. Deciding that the AoE cleansers were pretty impactful in the last game, can definitely understand that one, so will be taken away. Now, Malfurion is an option if you are looking for AoE cleansers still, and that is definitely a hero that Jam is willing to play, so I have a feeling that one's going to come out at the moment in this next rotation.
Interesting ban though on that Yrel means there's definitely a plan for what Fruit of Frobius want from this offlaner, because Hat is a very strong Yrel player, and it looks like the Rexar is going to be their favored choice. They really want to be able to have those balls, and again, you have to ask, is this threatening that 4-man Rexar? Is there some offlane pickup? Are we going to see Hat Zeratul come out in that offlane with the 4-man Rexar? Or are they just really valuing those balls? And what are we going to see Fazeev play?
I think it is just a pick of the Rexar, and I don't think there's any Zeratul coming out at the moment. And Happy Capt has decided to take this series into his own hands, as Alarak will be the choice. And Blaze will be chosen for the offline. Now, we saw Zarya banned in the previous game, and it'd be here very nice to pick up right now, get around that massive Stukov, so have the protection against Alarak blow up. See what Fazeev wants to pick though. Dahaka!
It will be, I imagine, the 4-man Rexar and the offlane Dahaka. Here comes the swap. And we are going to see yet again this 4-man Rexar, but Misha is going to give a fair amount of sadism for that Alarak in the 4-man Coffee. I don't know how I feel about this decision.
This is very, it's certainly a decision. Now, anyone in the Twitch chat who is a big lover of bears may want to avert their eyes from this game, because I think Misha is going to die many, many times. Happy Cats can get quite a lot of sadism from the baseline quest, and Show of Force is quite likely to be the level 4 choices to stack even more sadism up against poor old Misha. So we'll see whether Happy Caps has it in them to take over this game. Certainly have the tools to. On the other side is once again Faziv's 4-man Rexar. See if that one is able to work a treat once again as we go into Tomb of the Spider Queen for the first time today.
Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Food for Frobius on the left side in the blue. They are the champions of Division 2. They took the first map on Infernal Shrines, and now we have Sonny on Johanna, Stonian on the Greymin, Fizzy on Rexar, Jam on Malfurion, and Hat on this Dahaka, looking to try and propel themselves into the grand final, Coffee.
And on the other side, there's a mold level falling. Pro Emotion will be playing Blaze. Gabriel playing ETC. The dude will once again play Gul'dan. L007 Sonic playing Stukov. And Happy Cat playing Alarak. And we might be seeing Alarak come out, which is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Not going to finish at level 1 though with that one. As, well, everyone's surviving for the time being, actually.
Just a nice little friendly damage trade here coming out in the mid lane. Sonny gonna try and deny Gabriel's rotation top, but no real damage coming out yet. Everyone's gonna be okay. Health bar's looking absolutely fine. First combo though onto Sonny. She is dropping. Gonna need that Iron Skin to stay up. Unfortunately, Sonic not able to have that silence down before Alarak's finished up, and so she is able to skin and walk out.
New habits for choice from Blaze, so not going to have the extra attack speed as the drag onto L007, going to get out for the time being, so you're not able to find anything. The oil being so strong in the moment will get away from the power side though. Gabriel not able to find that one, and everyone survives for the time being.
Once again, not quite enough damage to confirm that first kill, but lots of aggression coming out here from both sides in this rotation, as now Fiziv's Rexar is going to get caught by the combo, and Stukov with the silence and the slow. Fiziv doesn't know where he's got to go, and he's going to be the first fall in this game. The sadism going over to Alarak.
And it's not just the Rexar kill. Even if you just kill Rexar, Misha counts for the sadism too, so up to 96% now is the Alarak got that extra damage and healing. In the meantime, Syodian taking the bottom camp, Happy Caps, and rotating down to assist Blaze in clearing that one out. Also, we are seeing Q go down this time, which makes me a lot happier than the suck build.
You know, there's a time and a place for the draining build, but Q build, especially on this map, so good for that pressure that you can get out onto the waves, and that is what we're going to be seeing the dude play, as we've already pointed out, Coffee.
Well, it is going to be, well, we're saying that could be sure forced to abuse the Misha, but instead it is the full E build from Alex, so now, come level 16, this Alec is absolutely able to insta-gip anyone on the blue team, assuming we get a nice number of stacks on this quest. Bruiser Camp's meeting in the mid lane. Spell armor already gone for mold, but they will be able to clear it out just fine.
Nicely done there. Not a lot of value going either way. It's going to be mold that ends up letting the wave push in so they can stay as the 4-man, while Food for Frobius are going to have to split up a bit for their rotation if they don't want to miss any experience. But Coffee, slight minuscule advantage coming out here for mold level falling in these rotations, but nothing too big yet. Looking to see
nothing really of a substantial note, as now looking to maybe get something done with a collapse by the Haka, going to get the Dragon ETC, but with the Blaze Oil not really able to drag him anywhere. Misha taking a little bit of damage, going to get slapped around by Stukov. Actually, that there is gone. 3 more sadism coming the way of Happy Cat.
He is slowly working away on that Surge Lightning quest as well, getting that increased range up. Gonna try and just get as many stacks on that level 4 negatively charged as he can, so in the late game he really can put out that damage, but a little attempt here onto Sonny's Johanna is going to force the Iron Skin. She is going to get that off, though. It's going to be okay for her, and stepping up as well for the globe.
And, well, it is going to be the longer pitch from Stukov, which is not a talent you see all the time, but might be able to do quite a bit today. Not able to find the drag this time, going to eat some Alak spells for his trouble, and the first hand will actually go the way of food for Phobius, even though they were looking like they were behind on the rotations.
This is where that Alarak can start to struggle a little bit. His wave clear and his clear on the camp is not as good as a lot of 4-man assassins are, but with that Gul'dan, you have a lot of clear, so it should be okay for the side of Mold Level.
Oh, happy cap. Okay, will survive for now. Not going to lose that sadism, but at this health bar amount, really just not able to do anything, as you said, to clear out the web reverters. Rather miserable when you do half damage to minions, monsters, and the like.
Not a lot of value coming out from that first turn-in for food for Frobius. A couple of towers here and there, but unable to confirm themselves a full well. And we go back into the game as we look for some sort of engage here for the red team. The bet is going to fall there. The sadism just slowly increasing from Mold Level.
Ah, the poor Misha. Gone down several times already, and many more to come, you have to imagine. Gabriel finds the hand in, so Mold's going to get their own web weavers in a few moments.
And once again,
see if this one can do more than the last one.
With this, will the Mold Level falling be able to find any kills here as well? He's coming in with that Dahaka. He's going to get a drag onto Happy Clapped, I think. No, nice jukes from him. And now, can they turn? It looks like everyone's just going to back off here, but Blaze is going to be uncontested in that bot lane, so they're going to get a lot of value down there, if nothing else. The red team going to try and push out this top lane, but Dahaka has to rotate down and try and start clearing that up. Somebody's getting chunked out quite a bit here, though, by the damage of the red team. She's going to have to play quite safely here as level 10s come in first for the side of Mold Level. So they are going to have to rotate very safely through to Frobius. And this is going to cost them a lot of damage on that mid wall as well. Bot wall completely destroyed, and a slight XP advantage as well comes down for the side of Mold Level falling.
And now level 10s are available for both teams. The biggest win of all is Alak for Counter-Strike. So useful against this large front line we see here with both the Protected and the Unstoppable. It will be very difficult for them to take this pesky little Protoss down, you have to imagine. Now, looking for a fight are these teams. Misha is the biggest loser once again, and everyone is surviving though, and the game goes on. We are seeing a bit of a gem lead for the side of Frobius at the moment. The drag onto Gabriel, root underneath it for Horrify though, going to make enough space to survive. Counter-Strike comes out onto Misha, but these teams are both pretty bulky, so no one will be falling.
Yeah, nicely done there by both sides. Sonic getting quite low from that combo, but Hat in the backline, just trying to be as much of a nuisance as he can be, looking to find this drag, to find that kill, get that momentum train going for food for Frobius. Well, Fizz, meanwhile, with this Rexar, just guarding that bush, looking to catch anyone who comes up, but Waves just, again, slowly crashing, slowly being pushed out, and a very, very even game here for us, Coffee.
It certainly is. There's now Bless Shield and the root underneath. Gabriel's Fataga going to slide out though. And now the dude trying to get as much damage as possible with those extended ranged Fell Flames. So didn't really having to play back at the moment as a result. Sonny going to take a few spells, but will be just fine, as Johanna always is.
Big stun though comes out onto Sidonian. The follow-up is there, and he is going to fall. And now, with these balls, is there going to be enough damage to the turnaround? The Mosh Pit hitting just Hat, but the silence from Jam is going to deny that. And now Blaze is being dragged, but the Horrify onto the Malfurion. She's nowhere near where she wants to be. The damage comes through, but massive root, and the stun isn't going to be enough there. Jam falling now. Second kill for Mold Level falling. And they are going to secure themselves a turn-in with this pick-off, Coffee.
This is so good for them, finding multiple kills one after the other. Alak, the biggest win of all with sadism. He is gaining from all the up to 98 after reducing the base amount to 80, so very nice on that front. The other thing to look at though is there is still a very substantial gem lead for the side of Frobius though, despite all the kills that have been happening.
They've got a good 20 gems more than their opponents when you count the turn-ins as well, so it's not an awful place to be in, but certainly it's not the end of the game for the red side. These camps clashing in the mid lanes, Frobius will lose their spell armor first, so they're going to have to be careful if a fight does end up breaking out here. Sonny, falling a little bit low, is going to be alright. They're able to just walk away, and now Hat looking to get what value he can. He lands the drag onto the Alarak, but unfortunately the shield not quite connecting there, and Sidonian in the backside taking a bit of damage. Red Web Reavers have gone down, so Frobius cannot afford to die here. Blaze making a nuisance of himself in the backline, but everyone is going to be able to walk away, and just Twilight Dream and Bunker left on the table right now.
And we see just how Jibbleby seems on now. Alak has Blade of a High Lord, so in these long fights can slap some people around with the auto attacks, get even more sadism. We'll have to see
onto Alarak though. He gets that counter strike up. The silence is on ETC as the target is changed. Is Gabriel going to be able to make it out of his big triple snap coming out from the Sukov, but he isn't going to be enough to save that ETC. The kill going over for Food for Frobius, their first blood in this game, but at what cost? This top 4 is going down, and Alarak stepping up, maybe looking for a combo here.
Alak up to 25 stacks of the level 4 quest at the moment, so not quite where you would hope to be when you consider that there are 5 targets in the enemy teams, 4 men you can be looking for, but still a decent number with to do quite a lot of damage once we get the second E usage at level 16. Promotion is trying to stall out as best as possible on this objective. Plays ever so good with a long range poke, but pays for Wither's life as now Gabriel not able to pick up those gems, and Hat will be rooted actually. And a huge hole fight comes out. Hat looking to be a target, but will get the movement speed and survive. Force coming out onto Happy Captain Friends. Playing swipe ball, make sure everyone survives, and for Z will get the hand on.
Hat there waiting so long to be able to push his buttons, but Dahaga with that full essence, such a difficult target to kill, and he was able to live, whereas Blaze popped so quickly that this bunker couldn't drop, and that's a trick Food for Frobius have pulled off more than once in this tournament. Gabriel though sliding through, there's going to be a Virulent onto Sidonian, he's going to survive though, and now the damage is coming out onto the Alarak. He might fall here. No, Blaze is back with the stun just in time, and Sid 30 life able to roll out, but now ETC once more. Sonny's been cut off from her team. Hat a little bit deep, but he's going to be okay, and it looks like everyone is going to walk out. The banks on these players so high though, Coffee.
There are many coins that needs to be handed in. We have a little bit of money starting to add up. Hat's going to take some damage on the bomb side in return to make up for that one from earlier. And this fort looking really dire at the moment. The rotation is coming in though, so Hat has to leave. Fort will survive for the time being. To my side, as now they're looking for Gabriel possibly, but just going to slide out to safety.
Nicely done there. No kills going down. Their extra ultimate trying to see if there was an angle available, but there wasn't. It's only a 60-second
No, Misha.
We'll come back.
Now they're looking to turn around.
The Horrify is huge, but it's not enough. Rexar gets that final auto off, and the ETC will fall there. Coffee, nicely done there by Frobius.
Another kill onto Gabriel, who's been kind of struggling a bit in this game. Only died twice though, but a few times has been the target of Frobius who are looking for an invade of a camp.
Not going to get it, unfortunately, and are going to have to just back up. A Happy Gap might be a little bit far up here. It's Darker first, and he won't have a dismount, so Alaric will survive this.
And this is Alak who has obtained Lightning Barrage, so can really put on a CAD performance if played well, but not able to find anything at the moment. But any second, if you look away, if you think that you're going to win, you get overconfident as Food for Frobius. Happy Caps can turn the entire game around with a few spells in the right direction.
No moment are you ever fully safe as the Food for Frobius players. You have to have 100% attention when you play against this Alarak. However, looks like they are going to be able to walk away with this fort in the mid lane, Food for Frobius, and they want the top fort as well from this turn in. They've got a slight gem lead here now, and they've been able to use it to turn into a slight lead on the map. This is what you want to see in your Tomb of the Spider Queen games, Coffee.
It's really good, and still they nearly have enough for another hand, and despite just getting 2 back-to-back, they want to do another. Neither team has enough quite yet though, so nothing gonna happen in time being. 3/4 of a level lead for the side of Food of Frobius at the moment. Everyone on Mole just gonna hand in what they have, get that match secured so they can't lose it, and then look to hand in the rest once they have enough.
Does look like this is the way. The nice safe play, so even if you lose a fight, those 50 gems are already cashed in. Nice and safe for them. But what will we see happening next? This camp is pushing down the mid lane. And they've also taken these towers, but ETC has been caught. Burrow comes through, and will Blaze fall next? Dragged into the root. The Unstoppable is out, but he's isolated. He doesn't know where his team is. Bunker drops. It might be enough to save him. Fruit for Frobius running through this choke though, and Hat and Misha both taking a lot of damage. Hat though still on the chase, and the dude probably in comes the stun, and it's going to be Greymane following up, taking this kill. And now Sonny in the backline isn't letting anyone leave just yet. Is there going to be a third kill coming down? No, there isn't, but can they push this into a keep Food for Frobius, or are they going to run for the boss and turn in play? I think that's where this is going, Coffee.
It definitely looks like it. So long left on this death time as Hat's going to find level 20 while the rest of the team works on the boss. So basically no chance of a contest coming out here. So looking very nice for the side of Frobius at the moment. We might get our first 2-0 series of the day. It is possible. Level 20s have been
We've had this discussion.
We have, and now there's so many things going their way. They've got the boss, they've got level 20s. They don't actually get the hand in though, because
we've had
Moles get it in time. I might have just jinxed it once again.
Oh, good play there from Mold Level falling, getting those turnings just in time so they can relieve some of the pressure from this boss push. But it is still a level 20 boss push. Boss push coming out on the side of Food for Frobius as my mouth does not make the right shapes, but the shield is so big. The dude dropping solo, but the mosh pit in response is massive, coming out here from the ETC. Gabriel saving this fight for his team, and with that, Food for Frobius are going to have to leave this boss. The keep is going to be saved. What an incredible mosh pit coming out there from the ETC, Coffee.
Gabriel able to save everyone with that 4-man mosh pit. It was almost a complete disaster. It could have been the end of the game, but not to be, and Hat will not be able to save bottom, and the level 20s will be reached by both teams.
I blame you.
Oh, maybe I spoke too soon on that one as well, because here comes the camping phase. Someone's not going to get out, and the bruises will be stolen, but everyone survives.
Unfortunately, no shield coming down there, not able to find the angle to force the 19 into 25, but still denying that camp. And now they're turning in, but their waves need to get pushed out. That top lane is pushed all the way up to Fort Wolves, so I'm not sure this is going to be the best possible Web Reaver turning for Food for Frobius. It's going to be interesting to see what they can get with this. Dahaka has halved out, so maybe he's just going to clear these minions up in time. Going to be close. Yeah, he will. Okay. looks like it's going to be fine. Food for Frobius keeping their wave somewhat pushed, and looks like we're all going to crash at roughly the same time as well, which just makes that defense so much harder. Mid and top side simultaneously with Web Reavers coming down. What will the red team be able to do against this coffee?
Hasty bargain now for Alec, and 48 stacks of requests, so a lot of damage can come out on a moment's notice. We'll have to see what happens. So as now the sieges are once again going onto the top keep. I don't think it's going to survive this time. Blaze clearing out mid pretty nicely, but first keep of the game will fall just after the 20-minute mark. Both the teams level 20. I can't think of anything else to use for number 20 at the moment, but right now they're making their way down to bottom. Maybe 20 toes have fallen, I'm not quite sure. And looks like Food for Phobius are trying to make their way down to bottom, but the Web Weaver is already destroyed. Now setting up maybe a trap. No, just going to walk on out of that bush.
And with this, it looks like Food for Phobius are going to be forced to back out once again. And here we have it, team. This game is going to put Food for Frobius into the grand final if they win it. But mold level falling, hanging on by the skin of their teeth, by the skin of Gabriel's mosh pit in that 19-20 fight. Back in this game now, only down one keep, and Gems looking rather even.
And the longer this game goes, the better it is for Happy Capped, who's getting constant scaling on the E. It'll eventually do enough damage, but right now the target is Blaze. Gets into the bunker, will survive. Gabriel with a mosh, but only onto Misha. Promotion trying to run as fast as he can, will survive for the time being. Gabriel not so lucky, they're going to be dragged by the Haka, will fall. Swipes on Sonic, not enough, and Sonny and co looking around him now. Happy Cap, that's the wrong way, my man. No, Mercedes, it's all gone.
Oh.
And with that, they might be able to end this game, and this I can curse it once again.
Looks like they're just going to run through this keep first. They've got the wave, or they've got the wave with them. They're going to just knock it down slowly, knocking on the door of the core, forcing the red team back. They want to make sure that no matter what happens, they have a discernible advantage in this game. But now, that keep has fallen, and where are the blue team going to go? There's still 20 seconds left on this ETC. 3v5, they've got the grey main, but they're very cautious. They don't want to lose this game here. It looks like they are stepping up to the core, and the damage is going to start coming down onto those shields as the Misha taking a bit of damage. Not going to be enough for him to fall just yet, but the Roots coming out here. Big Horrified, but the Twilight Dream as well from Malfurion. Double slap from Stukov. Not quite enough, maybe. No, the third one is going to keep his team alive, and triple keep is going to be the play from Food for Frobius. They're just going to wait now. This is it. They've got their stranglehold. They've got their checkmate. They're going to force out a bad fight for the red team and take the game with that. Although 3 gems away from a turn, and maybe they won't even need the fight to win.
Only thing that is possible for Mold at the moment is a miracle boss run and then running down the top lane. There is no other win condition in sight, and so Gabriel just walking over there now. Has to defend to sign up the boss. They could just run at the core though, make the members of Mold have to recall.
That looks like the call. It looks like they're just going to run through the bottom lane. All 5 of them are going to start hitting this core. This boss is only halfway done. They have to back now. They can't afford to finish it off. And Blaze has shown up. The other 4 members, halfing in bushes, they're all back. And now Food for Frobius can just walk away again. Now they've got enough gems for this turn-in. But Jam takes a lot of damage here. The shield comes out though. The root follow-up. The first slap from Stukov. And Food for Frobius, just get your turn-in. No, the mosh, the slide. Jam falling so low. 10 health. She's going to go down. The Horrified. And is this the turnaround? The mosh pit is huge onto the Rexar's bear, onto the Misha and the Johanna, but they are going to walk away.
Misha has a name. I heard that Rexar's bear come out, and now it is the kill onto Malfurion. Hat can try and hand in on the bomb side of the map, but it is sniffed out by Promotion. So no handing, no ending the game just yet. Without any keeps, they are going to keep trying.
Or the blue side can take this bot camp. The red team are moving up to the boss. They have just got vision of that. They can't
then
end with this boss. This
Cat.
isn't game for the red team, because once you pick this camp up, you have to deal with the catapult pressure, right? And they're gonna have Bruiser camp and turn in, and look at how pushed the
They
lanes are.
just
As well
hand
here.
in. They can just hand in on the side of food for Frobius, and then it doesn't matter how much you want to do this boss. You have to defend. You will not end the game before this push. Now, only now respawning is Jam, so no healer with him at the moment. So they do want to wait until Jam gets there before looking for this play. Webweaver should be able to clear out the boss without too many difficulties, but going it up, there's no Malfury in here.
Big turnaround though with the shield. Sonic dragging all four in the isolation. On top of that, no one can see anything. The bunker comes down, but Sidonian is going to be saved. Nice try there from the ETC with the bolt, but it won't be enough. And now the core pressure is coming out from the blue team. Can the red team depush this? I think there's too much damage coming out here. They need kills. They need them now. Hat, though, looking for these drags, is just causing trouble, while Sidonian trying to find an angle where he can safely get onto this core. And Hat is actually going to fall here. The Horrify comes down, but the core has dropped. The shields are gone. It's at 80%. Couple of catapults currently hitting the wave, though, and it looks like Food for Frobius are going to have to run away from this 75% core. Sidonian so low. 70% left on the core. There's still that wave in topside, though, with the Web Reaver. They are going to be safe, but this game carries on as the core drops slowly.
64%. This is one of the most valiant defenses I've seen in quite some time. Now, 15 gems away from a hand-in of their own. It might be possible for Mold to make it for the next hand-in of their own, and then maybe they can do something. Maybe they can be aggressive for once in this match. Trying to hand in what they have, at least.
Holding on to this game with like the very last fingernails. They aren't letting their grasp in this series slip, Coffee. They want to be able to play. They want to get into the final of the Legendary Cup to face the winner of Curso versus Oops. They want to be the team to show that they've got what it takes to get into that final. But once again, Food for Frobius back on the map as 5, pushing it down, knocking again on the door of their core. And how many of these core defenses can you take before you buckle? The percentage goes down every time. There's only so many times you can make this play, Coffee.
And we have now got enough gems to hand in for the side of Mold. So once they can push out these lanes, it might take them some time because another camp's being taken by Food for Frobius. And maybe this is the fight they want, but camp will be secured, so the lane's going to stay pushed for a while, so they're not going to find a way to hand in, one has to mention, for quite some time. Boss will be back in 2 minutes. That's the next way we could see Food for Phobius try to end the game. Unless they want to do it with just this camp.
Getting to that point, though, where even a boss for the red side is end worthy, as that 28-minute boss is so chunky that they just have to have a big enough window that they can safely take it without losing the game. It will be able to confirm it for them, but again, Frobius just going to back off now, get their turn-ins, get that bot camp going, and try and reset this macro pressure coming in.
They're looking for absolutely every way they can try to end this game, but they aren't able to yet. Alak, quite nice at 69 stacks on that quest, 96 sadism as well. Doing everything possible. Oh, the blink from Gabriel into the drag from the hat. Absolutely beautiful to Haka play. And now looking for the shield, doesn't bounce onto anyone. Now Happy Cap out of position, all on his own. Getting away, hasty bargain. The lightning surge just so much. Will finish the level 1 quest as well. Alak stays in the game.
28-minute extended lightning. Gonna get him a little bit of sadism back after he had to use that hasty bargain. Gonna be nice for him there. And also, so much healing coming up when you do connect to that double. But once again, everyone is alive. Everyone is up. 30 seconds on the ults for the blue side. 40 and 50 on that bunker. And of course,
also 30 seconds on that boss. Misha on the flag. They found Gabriel. Dragged in again. Will get blown up. Not having fun is this cow, and with this kill, It looks like the play is the boss.
They
now.
can't do this. Alex
Need
to get this
careful.
turning coffee before the boss spawns. That's not going to be a win condition for them. As Happy Clap gets scared and he isn't going to take the play. And now this boss will go over for food for Frobius. That is so disappointing.
Trying to respect the vision, but this is one of the times where things aren't good. You have to take the low percentile play, however it may be, and stop this boss from being leashed, but it will spawn in time, it will get taken. Now, we can see, maybe, just maybe, Food for Phobius can ignore these web beavers. They can push with the boss, and they can end this game. It's a 30 minutes on Tomb!
Just
The sun is up, it's as bright as can be outside, and we're still going on this game.
But with this boss, it's 30 minutes. There's only 64% left on the core. All Food for Frobius have to do now is make sure the red team can't free hit this boss, and the game is over. Bless Shield is ready. The root is out onto the ETC. The shield comes down. ETC gets ready. He gets popped, and the first kill comes in, and the boss is on the core coffee. This is it.
We need
this
a miracle play from Happy Cap to this point. We need an absolute miracle from Alec at this point. Hat taking a lot of damage will manage to get the essence off at the moment. Next lightning surge will be able to find Hat. That's one, but it does not matter. They've already got the core. Alex doing everything possible, but it will be Food for Phobius in a 2-0. That was as long as a lot of 3-game series. We'll be able to find a win and advance to the Legendary Cup final.
And ladies and gentlemen, 5 hours later, I can report for you our first finalists. They have had 2 incredibly strong opponents to fight their way through on this main channel, but Food for Frobius are going to be your first contenders for the title of the best team in divisions 2 and 3. We have watched some incredible series here today, Coffee, but I think all that really remains for us to do is congratulate our victor in this semi-final and to say goodbye from me and goodbye from my fabulous co-caster, Coffee.
The sun's up!
And we are going to leave you now as 2 new casters pick up the torch and carry us through to the end of the night. Thank you so much for having us, Twitch chat. Let's see some fabulous games coming up next. Food for Frobius is camping. Urel is stuck topside. They're going to have to let this go.
Well, Coon comes out onto Brightwing, so no heal at the moment for our red team, and Gaslow falling, Brightwing running away as fast as a Fairy Dragon can. Nano boost onto Leeming, though. In from Splice onto the bomb side. They're looking for Arna. Holfly comes out just in time, actually, and Jam actually going to walk it out, though, despite everything. Here comes Genji though, Dragon Blade, easy swipe on the other. No Cocoon will be able to stop that boost camp. They're not going to fight in the spell armor though. Now, Perceive on the flank, huge gust. Grabber Bomb is there onto Hat, but everything is just so nice for the Leeming at the moment. 2 kills going their way. A huge sleep from Jam onto 2 members. Genji taking a lot of damage, will find the Leeming kill though, but despite everything, this is going to be... Actually, I might have spoken too soon. The Gaslight turrets are still around, so it will be 2 for 3 in the end. Pretty close fight, all things considered. Or barely getting the interrupt in time.
Man here, Liaming, only one left behind, and they go in hard on him. He is caught a little bit too far out. The stage dive coming through, though, could be a second.
Want to go find themselves another few kills on the Bruce camp. Cocoon once again onto Brightwing will return now, though.
Everything and food for Frobius have arrived. Can they take this fight now? They're down in numbers, but they have the ultimate abilities. Gust comes out, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a kill. And Dragonblade coming in, cutting through Anubrak. She's falling, and the Genji gets traded out for the Anub. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Prey for us. And now it looks like Food for Frobius are going to have to reset. They've lost both their frontliners, but ETC, he wants more. He's sliding in. He's putting out that damage. Liaming hiding behind that fort here, Coffee, but it looks like they are going to live to fight another. The Gust, just enough to save him. Genji now on the backline, but he's dropping. He's going to be the first to fall here, Coffee. Damage now from the Liaming coming through, and the ETC is in the web. He's